like obis. One shot of rum is all I need nation. To take me upside down. Look at the sun it's coming up, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop jamming. No, we jamming on and on. Me and the people, we don't back down from our faith, and we taking the crown. Israel burns, the revelry never done. And when we jamming in town, we say rainfall can't burn away, hot sun can't die away, no storm can't blow away the vibes. We just keep on jamming down in the city. We have no sensitivity. Tell the security is vibes. We just keep on jamming. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whenever the thing goes just when you see me, 'cause it's gonna be back on all with no feelings. Anybody have been stush but not leave it. Just open up front if you feel it. Put your hands up when you feel it. When we jam it, we are no feelings. Who the one is coming up to the leave it. Start it jumping up when you feel it. We jamming away and we we jamming away and 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 we I hope you're born with stamina, but this is the kind of jamming that do not fail. I say we have no jail. I know that you're a jamming, yeah, but nevertheless I want in your better. Pray for in your better. Me and my people, we don't back down from our faith, and we taking the crown. Israel burns, the revelry never done. And when we jamming in town, we say rainfall can't burn away, hot sun can't die away, no storm can't blow away the vibes. We just keep on jamming down in the city. We have no self-pity. Tell the security is vibes. We just keep on jamming. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whenever the thing goes shut when you see me, 'cause it's gonna be back on all with no feelings. Anybody have been stush but not leave it. Just open up front if you feel it. Put your hands up when you feel it. When we jam it, we are no feelings. Who the one is coming up to the leave it. Start it jumping up when you feel it. I'm moving just like a Lego beast. One shot of rum is all I need nation. To take me upside down. Look at the sun it's coming up, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop jamming. No, we jamming on and on. Me and the people, we don't back down from our faith, and we taking the crown. Israel burns, the revelry never done. And when we jamming in town, we say rainfall can't burn away, hot sun can't die away, no storm can't blow away the vibes. We just keep on jamming down in the city. We have no sensitivity. Tell the security is vibes. We just keep on jamming. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whenever the thing goes shut when you see me, 'cause it's gonna be back on all with no feelings. Anybody have been stush but not leave it. Just open up front if you feel it. Put your hands up when you feel it. When we jam it, we are no feelings. Who the one is coming up to the leave it. Start it jumping up when you feel it. We jamming away and 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 we.
Be the levels.
The levels come again. Hey, hey, hey. Girl, you're rolling up your and winding up your and getting on so. Hey, girl, what you doing there? When you wind my heart breaking two in there. I'm watching your bumper rolling. Girl, that wine is a therapy. I know normal wine could never pay. Hot up the dance, girl, one control it. It's the way that you wine. I'm a total me and I feel like losing my mind. And when you go down there, you don't know how you walk up your spine. never pay. Hot up the dance, girl, go and control it. It's the way that you whine. I'm a total me and I feel like losing my mind. But when you go down there, I don't know how you walk up your spine. Girl, you mash up the dance and you doing it every time. You're making me come alive. Girl, when you turn around and whine and go down, go down, down, go down, go down, down, go down, yeah. Lord, girl, when you turn around and whine and go down, go down, down, go down, go down, down, go down, yeah. Lord,
Be the levels.
we on a level. What you say? Here we go. Everybody line up behind the truck. Half a song, but you can never rock. Take a run by the bar, full up your cup up. When the truck start to roll, party non-stop. Oh Lord, hand in the air, all girls start to whine and fling up your hair. Oh Lord, girl overload, rail back and all when we out the road. Oh Lord, turn up the place, every man hold a girl and turn out she waist. Oh Lord, turn up the speaker, everybody group up, jump together. Jump, jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Wine, wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. Wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. Welcome to the island. A holiday is every day, we don't mind, man. Yeah, we got the vibe. We make the carnival come back alive. Now this is the juvie. Looking at us with a stink and nothing. Man and oil is the order of the day. Yeah, what we say? We are the hardest hard. A million woman in the pan, where your hand, where your hand. We are the baddest bad. We don't come to play when we come to jump. Oh Lord, hand in the air, all girls start to whine and fling up the rear. Oh Lord, girl overload, rail back and all when we out the road. Oh Lord, turn up the place, every man hold a girl and turn out she waist. Oh Lord, turn up the speaker, everybody group up, jump together. Jump, jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Wine, wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. Wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. This is the carnival portal, where soca music is immortal. On your waistline never die. Celebrate, put your hands to the sky. Welcome to the road, where the vibes are light and explode. We in a carnival mode, when it don't know the code, know every load. A million woman in the pan, where your hand, where your hand. We don't come to play when we come to jump. Oh Lord, hand in the air, all girls start to whine and fling up the rear. Oh Lord, girl overload, rail back and all when we out the road. Oh Lord, turn up the place, every man hold a girl and turn out she waist. Oh Lord, turn up the speaker, everybody group up, jump together. Jump, jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Jump together. Everybody group up, jump together. Wine together. Everybody group up, wine together. Wine together. Everybody group up, wine together.
I want to tell you, I go down to the market house there. And when I see the desolation, I tell you, my tears come on me.
The dark forces, man. The dark forces take over the earth.
This great change.
Great change. And through every time of change, you know, we have revolution.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Queen of the skies, what's up? Greetings to all, blessings, blessings, blessings. Blessings to all the viewers on the inside. Niner Yankee here with you all for another one. Again, this time we are at Piaku Internacional. No, 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 not Internacional. I don't think we have that much Venezuelans yet. So let's just say International Airport. Um, we're gonna do something a little different this evening. We're gonna be doing something a little different this evening. Yeah. But even before we get started, you know what? Something just came up, so you guys gonna have to excuse me just a bit. That's how it is when you're doing things, when you're doing live stuff. Sometimes stuff comes up. So here's what you guys just enjoy a little bit more of my original music. Yeah, yeah. Actually, the music you've been hearing is original music from yours truly. Yeah. All right. So just enjoy it a little bit more, and I will be with you guys really shortly.
Forever and ever. Yeah, yeah. We waiting forever. Waiting forever. Forever and ever. Yeah. See me there. With my hand up in the air and the head I say don't fly up in my head, it gone already. And a pumping fist just like this, keeping a wine on any gal that I see. Cause I just get on bad, bad, bad. For them 2 days on the road, I don't have no behavior. We just set up from the night before and we pumping hard. Hey, you can party more than way, than way. Hey, we go party all night till the morning. Put your hands them up high till the morning. Get them bumpers rolling till the morning. And we not stop going till the morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Forever and ever, yeah, yeah. We waited forever, yeah, yeah. Forever and ever, yeah, yeah. Hey, we just keep on jamming till the morning. Soca music slamming till the morning. Body wet, we sweating till the morning. Forever we fetting till the morning. As make up for me, let me fill it up with them spirits energy. For them 2 days on the road, you can't tire me. I can't get enough of this bacchanal again. This thing take over me. Cause I just get on bad, bad, bad. For them 2 days on the road, I don't have no behavior. We just set up from the night before and we pumping hard. Hey, you can't party more than way, than way. Hey, we go party all night till the morning. Put your hands them up high till the morning. Get them bumpers rolling till the morning. And we not stop going till the morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Forever and ever, yeah, yeah. We waited forever, yeah, yeah. Forever and ever, yeah, yeah. Hey, we just keep on jamming till the morning. Soca music slamming till the morning. Body wet, we sweating till the morning. Forever we fetting till the morning. Cause I just get on bad, bad, bad. For them 2 days on the road, I don't have no behavior. We just set up from the night before and we pumping hard. Hey, you can't party more than way, than way. Hey, we go party all night till the morning. Put your hands them up high till the morning. Get them bumpers rolling till the morning. And we not stop going till the morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Forever and ever, yeah, yeah. We waited forever, yeah, yeah. Forever and ever, yeah, yeah.
Be the levels.
Girl, you're rolling up your and winding up your and getting on so. Hey, girl, what you doing come alive. Girl, when you turn around and wine and go down, go down, down, go down, go down, down, go down, yeah, Lord. Girl, when you turn around and wine and go down, go down, down, go down, go down, down, go down, yeah, Lord.
Alrighty, right. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we back online. We back up in the hizzy. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, folks, I had a little situation to deal with there. You know, these things are when you are at home and dealing with stuff, you know. All right, let me see here. So, we are at Piarco International Airport. Let me just ensure that I have my traffic radar up and running. It's just going to freeze for a moment here. Not seeing any aircraft. We are at Piarco International in Trinidad, and today we're going to be tonight. Actually, we're going to be doing some circuit training, visual circuit training. From time to time, many of you, well, those of you who are familiar with some of the operations at Piarco International Airport and Caribbean Airlines, they do, when they get new pilots or cadets as they call them, they do what is called some visual based training procedures with them, where they take them up and they do the touch and goes up, down, and around Piarco. Usually they do it, they do right base circuits. And why I was told that, because, well, of course, they sit at the right side of the cockpit, as we can see here. Let me just put the volume up for the simulator. So they sit at the right side of the cockpit, as first officers do. Let me get some volume going here. Alright, good. We should be good to go there. Alright, guys, if you're not hearing me properly, or if you're not hearing the simulator properly, please feel free to let me know. Alright, let me just open up my third screen actually, so that I can see your comments without exiting my screen. There we go. Alright, good. Yeah. Right, so it's basically like that. So what we're gonna do, alright? We're gonna be, by the time when we taxi out to the runway and we do the takeoff road, we're gonna climb to 2,000 feet, and then we're gonna make a right turnout to run parallel to the runway, right downwind, and then we're gonna turn back in just about 5 miles, but it won't be all the same. Sometimes we may have to extend it downwind if there are any approaching aircraft, or based on how I feel, I'll probably just extend it downwind, but it would not be less than 5. I wouldn't be doing any short approaches or anything like that. I would love to do about 6 of these, 6 touch and goes with you guys. Hopefully we can get to 6, and if we get to 6 and there is need to do some more, we could do that as well, right? So basically that's what's gonna happen. What will we be doing? Will we be using autopilot? Will we be using most of it would be unassisted, no autopilot. So the challenge will be to keep the aircraft at 2,000 feet, or at or above, or maybe slightly under, but we'll really be trying to get it at 2,000 feet, and to keep a speed of no more than 180 knots. We're going to be using for takeoff, we're going to be using the autopilot, just to climb to 2,000, and as soon as we get that, we're going to take off autopilot, we're going to take off flight directors, everything, and we're going to maneuver the aircraft by hand, and we're going to be landing visually. Alright, let me see. On our second takeoff, or the second touch and go, well, let me see. That will actually be the after the first touch and go, the takeoff. We're gonna be, and from that, or every time we touch and go, we're gonna be taking off, and we're gonna bank right at or slightly above 400 feet, and gonna join the right downwind to do the circuit once again. So that's how it's gonna be for the most part. That's basically briefing, Niner Yankee style. Alright. As you can see, we are on the right side of the cockpit. I am very much accustomed to using the captain side. But for this, we're trying to make it as realistic as possible. Doesn't have to be, but um, you know, we're gonna work from the right side of the cockpit this evening. Alright? Yeah, man. Big up yourself, big up to the folks all on the inside. Okay, somebody wants me to speak up. That means my volume is a bit down because I'm speaking very much up. Either that or the mic needs to just be readjusted. So let me know if you're hearing me better. Let's just go into to Streamlabs and see. The microphone is at good. It's at a good level. Check, check. 1, 2. All right. All right. Big up to T Snoop. Big up yourself, Mr. Is it Mursad? Mursad, big up yourself. Of course, Queen of the Sky. It's always locked on. It's good to see you all. Yeah, good to see you. All right. So yeah. All right. So what we're gonna do? Well, I've already loaded fuel. I've loaded actually 25,000 pounds of fuel for this. Why? We are actually um, I wanted the plane to be of a good weight. You know, I didn't want it to be too light. I didn't want it to be too heavy. And 25,000 pounds of fuel is good. We have 5 passengers in the plane. We don't have any cargo on board. 5 passengers, including of course, the first officer, which is me, and my training captain, who is invisible, right in the seat there. Hey, Cappy. All right, so we have that in there. What we are going to do for some level of visual reference on the flight display, for what we're gonna do, we are going to we are going to be programming some stuff in the FMC. Let's get back there. Oh, let's see. Right, there we go. So we're going to be programming some stuff in the FMC. We're going to put our position. Yes, in order to get the visual reference, we are going to also put the approach. All right. So in order to do that, we got to put in the route. So we're going to do TTPP Tango Tango Papa Papa to Tango Tango Papa Papa. All right. Good. That's it. Good. Boom. Departing. Runway 10. Uh-huh. And arriving. We will put for visual reference ILS, runway 10. Alright. Let me go back into the route and we activate. Let's see something here. Legs. Alright. So we're going to leave this as is. I'm not going to put it in here because what's going to happen if I put it there and when the plane begins to fly the route, the waypoints will disappear. And we don't want the waypoints to disappear. We just want it to be there throughout the circuit so that we have some visual reference to the runway on the flight display, on the primary flight display. All right. Of course, we're on this side. We're on the first officer's side. We're gonna have to be alternating sides so to deal with some of the instruments. So that's okay. That's okay. Let's go here. Route. Good. So we go to the perfinite. Okay, good. Nothing much to put here really. I'm just gonna put in the reserves. We're gonna just assume an amount for reserve. We're gonna assume 10,000 for the reserve. That's it. We are going to put for our cost index 26, and our altitude this evening is 2,000. I am compelled to believe that the actual training circuits like these in Piako are done at 1,500 feet. I could be wrong, but it could be done. right? Of course, the flight number for us this evening is Caribbean Airlines 2000. That is the most of the times from what I hear, um, the call sign that those touch and goes are given, right? So we are BWA 2000. So we're gonna put that right there. Go back to the takeoff. We're taking off. Okay, we're taking off flaps 5, and throughout the circuits, our flaps are going to be at 5. When we are on base, we are going to extend flaps. The most we'll be extending flaps will be flaps 15. We're going to be following the VREF. All right. Most of the times, this from what I know, and we can check that this evening. This number here is actually going to be one of the numbers on the VREF for the approach. Right. Good. So correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody who knows better. Good. Here we have a center of gravity at 17.2%, gives us a trim of 5.5. Alright, so we have 129. I was hoping to have a faster takeoff speed, but that's okay. 125, 123, 124, and 137. Those are our takeoff speeds. So basically we are set. Alright, basically we are set. Let's call for the pushback. Put these fuel pumps on, and let's call for the pushback. Now, this is actually, sometimes it could be very challenging, you know, in order for this, actually for one pilot to be doing this, it could be challenging because there's so many things to focus on all the time. I gotta be focusing on the airspeed, I gotta focus on the altitude, on trying to maintain a correct altitude, which is not gonna happen all the time. Um, Plus, I don't know if it's this plane recently or if it's XP realistic, but I've been getting the tendency a lot of time to have the nose being pitched down. I noticed my last live flight, what I would have done when I switched off the autopilot, I got an immediate nose down attitude, and I had to really struggle to keep the nose up between trimming and actual the um, elevators. So, all right, so let's see how we do. Let's see how we do with this. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be entertaining. I can guarantee you that. All right, let's see. Better pushback. All right.
Ground to cockpit.
All right, good.
Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
As you can see, we do have some weather in the vicinity. Let's zoom in closer to the airport, to the airfield. Nothing much to talk about in the airfield. We'll be taking off this way and coming back in. But we did have some weather today in Trinidad, so um, we will probably see some lightning up in the air and some of that stuff. Let's just check in with the ATIS here. Let's see what they're telling us.
Tango, Tango, Papa, Papa, airport information, whiskey, 0100, Zulu, weather, wind, 115 at 10, caution, wind shear alert, 1 miles, north, northwest of Tango, Tango, Papa, Papa, visibility, 10,000,
Okay,
sky
but to me, if I
scattered, moderate, rain,
if the autopilot,
All doors and hatches are closed.
let's
you
not put all this
2,
noise in
3,
here.
QNH 1012, advise on initial contact, you have information, whiskey.
H1012. Usually when the autopilot is on, it will trim the aircraft.
Tango, Tango, Papa, Papa,
I don't
airport
know.
information, whiskey, 0100, Zulu, weather, wind, 115 at 10, caution, wind shear alert, 1 miles.
So we have some wind shear alert. This is going to make things interesting.
Papa,
Alright, so we got there. So we do have some wind shear alerts. This is going to be very interesting. I am not quite sure, realistically, if cadets train like that when there's wind shear. I don't know. I'm not quite sure they do.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, we're going to release the parking brake in just a little while. Let's just check this here. Alright, good. I'm not going to use a VREF plus 15. I'm going to just use the because remember we are going to be flying at flaps 5. Flaps 5 speed should be somewhere between for this should be I think 170 and 180 there about. Alright, good. So let's put on our beacon slash anti-collision light, and we are going to do the pushback now. Good. Our APU is on and release parking brake, and let's push back. For ATC, I do not use the AT. If I ever want to use ATC, I will fly Watson, honestly, and that's about it. Yeah. If I ever want to use ATC, I fly Watson. Hey, what's up, Dominic? I'm having a great night, man. I'm having a great night. Hope you having a great night too. Yeah. Once again, I want to thank you guys for coming in. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you guys on to my relatively new channel, little channel. You guys make it big, man. You're the guys. All right, good. So let's put on our APU bleeds. Let's take off the packs. Pack of this, pack of that, pack of that. All right. Let's take a little look from outside. I love to sometimes take a look from outside. I keep forgetting I gotta be on this side tonight. Actually, before I go, let me just go back here. Let me you know what, I'll do that when we start the aircraft. So I gotta trim the aircraft, so we'll trim when I begin electronics. Alright, good. Let's start engine number 2. Let's see what we get there. Alright, we're getting close to N225, and when we get there, we introduce fuel. Whew, this is going to be an interesting session. Alright.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Now for all you landing freaks
Disconnecting tow.
who
Stand
think
by.
that every landing is going to be a butters and a grease and a that, that's not the focus of it. I mean, if I manage to do some nice landings, some smooth landings, well, yes, and I will try not to break the airplane at the very same time. But you know, not every landing is going to be a landing made in buttermilk factory. Good. We're gonna do our best and just try not to break the aircraft. We do have some wind shear. Alright, so we're starting engine number 1 now. Watching that N2 rise, and we are 25 and
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time, and have a safe flight.
Why, thank you very much. Alright, so we got a good start. We're going to put the engine start selectors on CONT for the entire session. We will be keeping the APU on. Yeah. Okay, good. So we got a good engine start. The yaw dampers already on. We put these bad boys on here. Window heat. Let's get some air in the cabin. We do have some folks in the back there. Alright, we can take off the APU bleed, and our hydraulics are on. Our emergency lights have been distinguished. Our warning lights, sorry, they're all distinguished. Let's just remind those guys in the back there that they need to not smoke, and they also need to put on their seatbelts, and it's all good. We can switch to the engine generators now. We'll leave the APU running, and that should be good there. Let's get our taxi lights on and our runway turn off lights. We are light this evening. We are departing from Alpha 1 intersection. Let me see what you guys are writing here. Does XPlane have ATRs? If they do, why don't you make... Alright, so XPlane, they do have ATRs, but it's not the ATR that I would like to fly, so I just don't really fly it. It's the ATR 500s. I would prefer to do the ATR 600s, ATR 72 600s. Alright, before we taxi out, let's do that thing that I was supposed to do, and that's trim the aircraft as close to 5.5 as possible. The wheels of the trim go round and round, round and round. Yep. That should do it. Right. Big up yourself, Jetty Dan. Big up. Are you laughing at my singing, buddy? Are you laughing at my singing? Oh man, he should have been here earlier to hear some of my originals. Then he wouldn't be laughing at my singing. Alright, let's take off the cabin, the cockpit light. Alright, it's all bright. Good. So let's see. Altitude hold. Yes, we have our flight directors are on. Yeah. Alright, so when we get up to 2,000 feet, we're going to disengage the autopilot. And like I said, we're going to be doing this by hand. Park brake off and advance throttles a bit. Queen of the skies, are you laughing at my singing? I'll come to where you are and I'll sing in your ear. Let's see you laugh when I get there. Alright, so we taxiing out via Zulu. And we're gonna turn on Alpha. And we're gonna taxi to Alpha 1 where we will depart. Look at that lightning. Look at that lightning. That's the worst kind of lightning, you know. I don't know if any of you have experienced lightning that comes to the ground. I have experienced it. It happened one time right in front of my home. It was like a huge explosion. When I came outside, all of the road was like if something passed and dig up the road. It was crazy. All the stones were unearthed, everything. It hit the tree in front of my house. Thankfully, the tree did not fall. It's a strong tree. It's a balata tree. I don't know if any of you know about that fruit called the balata. Nice fruit. Yeah, man. You never experienced that, Queen? Man, please don't experience that. And boy, it's not a nice thing to be hit by lightning. I mean, people die. I've heard of actually people being struck by lightning and living, but more than likely if you get struck from lightning, you gon' die. You gon' die. It's it's a destructive force of nature. So you gotta be very careful. Flaps 3. Yeah, man. So we're still on Alpha taxi now. There's the corner to turn to Alpha 1. And when we get there... Okay, let's change this bad boy here. Alright, there we go. Okay. Here we are at Alpha 1. We just
approaching 10.
Thank you very much. Just slow the roll a little bit here. Go wide. And turn. Was a little wide there. That's
On
okay.
runway 10.
Let's straighten our aircraft on the runway. that park brake there just to do some final checks. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, in Maraval, yeah, that happens in Maraval a lot. It happens in the savannah. I've seen it already. I remember I was thinking I was somewhere in Lavantil coming down the hill and I saw this lightning come down in the savannah. Whoa, ho, ho. That was something. That was a sight to behold. Yeah, it happens there a lot. Yeah, Dominic. XPlane does have that immersive feel. I think it's the first simulator really to really come up with it with such level of immersion. Yeah. All right. So landing lights will come on, and so too will the strobes, and so too will
Flight attendant spare for takeoff, please.
our thing. I need to put the lower the volume on this aircraft.
On runway 10. On runway 10.
Yeah. All right. And we are almost ready to get the hell out of here. All right. So we have that there. Our altitude hold is on. So we're gonna advance the throttles to just about 40%. And then we're gonna hit Toga and release that parking brake. Alright, gonna keep it close there. Watch out for those V speeds.
80 knots.
80 knots. And back pressure on the yoke now. V1.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Positive rate. Gear up. Looking out.
400.
Alright. We engage our
1000.
autopilot.
1,000 to go.
Go up there. Come down a bit. Oh, whoa. A lot of turbulence there. This is going to be very challenging. Just going to settling into the altitude. I am going to disengage the autopilot in just a few. So we're going to keep it at flaps 5 there. And have to kind of be prepared for a plane might want to pitch down. Let's just center it there. And we're going to make that right turn. Alright. Let's just get a little more speed up in there. Should be ready somewhere about. Alright. And this little arrow here tells us where we should be at flaps 5. Good. So we're going to disconnect the autopilot. Alright, so far so okay. Alright, there we go. That put nose down. Alright, so we're going to turn. Alright, we want to try to keep the turn to about 25 degrees. Also, there is a tendency that when you turn in this aircraft, for it to actually want to pitch down. So let's see. Try and keep the speed up. Yeah. Alright, just switch off the flight directors. Alright. Now, seeing that I'm doing this, I can't look at many of at your comments as I would like to. Just kind of bring this in a little closer. There we go. Alright. So we're gonna try to turn to a heading of just about 284 degrees. Yeah. Just about there or so. And we know we'll be running parallel to the runway. Alright. Alright, there we go. We just a little bit too much. I'm gonna turn back there a little bit. Try and settle the aircraft. Alright, so that will do good for now. Alright. A lot of turbulence there, boy. It's trim. If I have to check some of your comments, what I probably can do is pause the sim just for a moment to look at some of your comments, because as you see, I'm not using autopilot, so to kind of take my eye off to get the comments is a bit hard. Alright, now the marker for the turn, if you all can look out in front of me there, I use this here, which is the Churchill Roosevelt Highway. I use that as my marker. I somewhere turn like on the highway or maybe just after the highway, and I begin my inbound or base leg, as you like to say it. I didn't check my let's see our VRF here. It's just at about, alright, so we're gonna be coming at about just about 136 knots, flaps 30. We're down a little too much there, too soon.
1,000 to go.
Too soon, gone too soon. Yep, that's what happens when you get distracted. Anyway, so we're coming up on the Churchill, not the Churchill Roosevelt Highway, actually, the Uriah Butler Highway. That is the highway, for those of you who don't know, that runs from the north to the south of Trinidad. Takes you down to the Southland, beautiful San Fernando and environs. Alright, so we had kind of like 15. I'm not going to attempt to go back to 2,000 up on this at this point, but I will try to maintain between 1,500 and 1,400 feet, but that's what we need to be joining our final at. Alright, so we're going to start the turn. You could put the gear down. There's the highway there. Alright, and we'll be using the approach for visual reference. What you see in front is the lights of Port of Spain right there. Alright, and we can start to get some flaps down. Gear down. Alright, there we go. Right, so we can just hold it here a bit. Then we're gonna come in on final. Could start a turn for the final now. Flaps are fully configured. Oh, we went back up to 2000. Alright, so we gotta get down gracefully. Alright. So we just a little high.
1,000 to go.
Yeah, we overshot the runway just a bit there. That's okay, we could get it back. I've been told that's what cadets do actually for the first time. You can expect things like that to overshoot the center line.
1,000.
Alright, we're coming in a bit high.
Approaching 10.
Alright, so let's get, we got the puppies. Puppies looking good. Right.
500. 400.
Coming in.
300.
Yeah.
Light slow.
across here. But let's see what we can.
100.
Oh boy.
50. 40.
Long landing, 8,000 feet remaining. 7,000 remaining.
That was really a touch and go because we gone. Flaps up. That was just a touch.
Too low. Flaps.
Gear up.
Too low. Gear. Too low. Gear. Too low. Gear. Airspeed low. Airspeed low. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Alright. Let's see if we can.
Gear.
400.
Low. Gear.
Alright, we can make the left turn now. Get the flaps back down to 5. Strange things keeps happening
1,000.
while I'm kind of operating the flaps because of this throttle quadrant that I'm using, which is the SciTech that comes with the SciTech U. It's so close that sometimes when I'm maneuvering the throttles, when I'm adding power, I tend to move the flaps with it as well. So it becomes a bit problematic. So sometimes I'm setting my flaps to where they need to be, but I end up inadvertently touching the flaps and moving it to somewhere where it's not supposed to be. So I have to try and look out for that and minimize that. Sorry I can't read you guys' comments just yet though. I will get to your comments, don't worry yourself. Alright. Wow, that is some serious turbulence right there. Good. We are on the right downwind. And let's try and keep it kosher.
1,000 to go.
Just a little fast. Sometimes in the sim, that's why I've often heard many pilots say sometimes flying in a simulator is much harder than actually flying the aircraft. I mean, two pilots fly an aircraft like this, and sometimes when you gotta multitask and watch everything, and you know, it does become a little hard. It does become a little challenging, you know. So it is what it is. It is what it is. The challenge really is to not get caught up, even if things looking like they're going wrong or not according to plan, is not to get caught up in the wrong things that's going. Just notice that, okay, something is going wrong, and you do what you got to do to correct it without breaking the aircraft. You know, there's our highway, and we are going to make the turn just a little outside the highway. Alright, here we go. Can I get the nose up now? Because it's going to want to pitch down. Let's get our flaps and gear down. There we go. The lights up for the speed once again. Alright, we still have 2. Let's straighten up a bit here just for a bit. We could keep a little bit of the gear down. Flaps 30.
1,000 to go.
Alright. Let's try not to overshoot the center line. Where are we? Good. We have a good height. That's a very good height right there. The trick is to try and get a descent rate at about 500 feet per minute. But it does not always work. You gotta fight with the trim. Maybe fighting is not a good word, but alright. Yeah. you could do more than a touch.
1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
All
Flight
right.
slow.
The puppies are looking good at the moment. Just a little off the center line. Too much, a little bit to the right.
Approaching 10.
Little minor corrections as we get closer. What's our speed like? A little. I'll just get down with the speed a bit. Whoa, sometimes no matter how steady you try to hold this yoke, for some reason,
300. Flight
a little
slow.
power,
Flight slow.
a little low.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Alright.
200.
I don't know if it's the wind factor, I don't know.
100.
Alright. We're good,
50,
speed.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Here we go. Alright, not bad. Alright, flaps up. Well, flaps 5. Toga. We go in again.
5,000 feet remaining. 4,000 remaining.
Up.
3,000 remaining.
Positive rate.
Too low. Flat.
Gear up.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Gear.
400.
Too low. Gear.
400, we can turn, speed is good.
1,000.
That was not a bad touch and go there. Right. There my hands goes again, hitting there. Too much bank, too much bank. So let me pause this and let me see what you guys are up to. Yep, got a lot of turbulence there, Dominic. T Snoop, I want my pilots to be challenged in the sim, the way the real life should be. Yes, that's good. Yeah, I agree with that. As long as you don't end up in this swamp. Okay, Queen, yeah. We don't want to end up in the Caroni swamp. Hey, what's up, V1? Blessings, man. Blessings. Yeah, we don't want to end up in the Caroni swamp. That's not a good place to be. All right, so we're going to unpause the swim here now and let's try and maintain what we have. All right. Landing there just now was actually smooth, knock on wood. The turbulence effect is really, again, XP realistic. Sometimes I question whether or not it's a bit too realistic, boy. Woo! I don't know, maybe I have to turn down the settings. I don't know. You all seen all those splotches of green there on the captain's PFD. You all seen it. So we had some crazy weather today here in Trinidad. I actually saw a video of someone's roof being blown off. Live and alive. Trust me. Trees were falling. There was some minor flooding. Minor to moderate flooding. We had some weather, man. And we still have some lingering moisture in the atmosphere. I mean, of course, you're seeing those lightning flashes. Actually lightning is flashing because I just earlier when I was outside, I did see some flashes of light and stuff like that. So, but we're not getting any rain or anything. Yeah. Thankful. Oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to extend this downwind a bit, just a bit over the sea. Now, this could be a bit challenging because when we get, remember, we have no visual reference now. We really got to rely on the instruments. When you're over the sea, it's just blackness, no visual reference. Sometimes your nose could be dropping and you don't know if you depend visually. You have to. So we're doing that challenge, right? We trying to make it a bit of a challenge. And Queen, we're not going to end up in the swamp, nor will we end up in the Gulf of Paria. If we do end up in the Gulf of Paria, I hope it will be a peaceful landing. I mean, Paria does mean peace, right? But nah, not today. Alright, let's try and keep speed up there. Alright, we're doing good at maintaining the heading thus far. Alright, so we're going to turn in right about now. I'm not going to drop any flaps or gear just yet because we do have an extended downwind. Alright, the good thing about it is we do have the lights of Port of Spain to kind of help us a bit. Oh, this is about the smoothest I've gotten thus far, knock on wood. Still got some turbulence in there. No, nose wants to go down, nose wants to go down. Watch that nose. Trim, trim. Alright. Alright, just keep her there for a bit. There's our runway. And we could begin to turn now. Oh boy. Alright. Flaps. Gear down. Come in. There's the Uriah Butler Highway. Oh, too much. Oh my goodness. So we just slightly over the center line. Alright, not that bad. Not bad at all. Let's try and make this one good. Let's make landings great again. Alright, 1, 2, flaps 30. Alright, so there's a good height. Wow. That turbulence. Woo. So this is what, my third touch and go coming in now. Yep. Alright, let's leave 1400 feet. It's like I'm balancing act. The poppies are looking good. I'm seeing two red, two white. Alright, we just kinda. Alright. Looking good there. There's the Caroni North Bank Road. You seen that?
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Thank you. I really do love landing by hand, really. Although sometimes it can be a challenge. You know, I love landing by hand.
Approaching 10.
I really think, I mean, our pilots, our Caribbean Airline pilots, really skilled guys. I mean, I love a lot of times when they come over the mountains, especially from the northeast, and they do that left downwind, and they turn just over the highway to come in. Kind of like the opposite of what we're doing. The only thing is you have to maintain 4,100 feet coming over the mountains and then lose the altitude. Although I feel some of them don't always maintain. Once they can see the mountains, they have a good visual reference, they just descend visually. Yeah. Here we go.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Idle. There we
10.
go. Alright. Flaps. Up to 5. Throttles. Advance.
5,000 feet remaining. 4,000 remaining.
Be good to go.
3,000 remaining.
Rotate.
Positive brake.
Too low, flat.
Gear up.
Too low, gear. Too low.
Turning at 400 feet.
Too low, gear. Too low,
400.
gear.
Yep, let's go. I want to make this turn a little wider than
1,000.
before. It's a little wider. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do things different. Try not to do it the same all the time. Let's make it a little wider. I'm tempted to do a short approach, but nah. I've actually seen one of these guys do a short approach with this 737 already some time back. Where was I? I was on the Caroni North Bank Road, plane spotting, and out of the blue,
1,000 to go.
this plane came. Okay, so I'm just getting a bit high there. This 737 came from the south, and I swear that plane must have banked just above 500 feet to line up for the runway, just over my head. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. No doubt the plane aircraft was coming from Guyana. It was coming from the south, more than likely. Let's try and lose some of this altitude. No doubt the aircraft was coming from Guyana. It was real cool. It was so clear, it was so low, I could have seen straight up into the engines. I saw the fan blades spinning as it came over my head. I was like, wow. Oh, way too fast. Let's get that down there. See, sometimes you get carried away. The speed got away on me there. Not going too fast for the flaps, but too fast for the operation, so gotta get down a bit. Yes, sir, I am from Trinidad, and I am in Trinidad. Alright, let's see if we can. That turbulence, I swear. Alright, so we're gonna raise the nose a little bit. Drop the speed. There's that turbulence. Yes, man. Earthquake in the sky, that's what I call it. Ah! Alright, so we can begin now. We turn in. Yeah, that's that nose wants to go down. Let's give them some ups. And some gear. Alright, just straighten up a bit here now. Yeah. There's our runway.
$1,000 to go.
Keep it up, keep it up. Flaps 30, and we could begin turning. $1,500 is always a good level to come over the highway at. Oh boy. This is fun, you know. The challenge of it is so much fun. All this turbulence and, you know, the challenge to steady the aircraft. Of course, passengers wouldn't feel too well If there were actual cadets on this flight, they probably would have been
1,000
scared
feet, stabilize,
stiff.
missile approach altitude set.
Say, wow, okay.
Flight
Need to-
slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Yes, flight
Flight
slow.
slow.
Yes, I know. Here we go.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Alright. If I can give you guys a visual reference as to where that plane came in, it would have been just now.
Approaching 10.
Right. It would have been somewhere here. So it came from the south, which is my right, and turned to line up. Just like the turn I did, but it just did it this close to the runway. And probably turned somewhere about here, and I was on that road there on the left. I was parked up right there. And it just came in. I wish I was living in one of those houses. They actually went to someone's home in a house right there in Kelly Village. That's the name of the area that we're flying over now. And it was so cool just watching planes just landing. It's like you could reach up and touch it. So I could live here, boy. A little high. And whoa, 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 whoa. Really? Where did he come from? Alright, we gotta do this quickly.
30, 20.
Long landing, 8,000 feet remaining.
Little bump there. Alright, flaps back up to 5.
5,000 remaining.
And
4,000
advance
remaining. 3,000 remaining.
There we go.
2,000 remaining.
Positive rate.
Too low. Flat.
Gear up.
Too low. Gear.
That was our fourth touch and go,
Too low.
folks.
Gear.
We are into our penultimate circuit.
Gear. Too low. Gear.
400, we're gonna make the turn. Oh, we need to be flaps 5. Flaps 5, please. Let's see if we can even do this turn a little wider. Maybe fly over Enterprise Shogunas. Anyway, you guys here from Shogunas? Anybody? Any Shogunas peeps on the inside?
1,000.
Alright, let's take off some of that bank. Make us a wide turn. It is 1 minute after 11. Actually, I've seen touch and goes in the they like to do touch and goes in the night. They really like to do. Sometimes touch and goes starts like all now and don't finish sometimes till after 2. I've seen that. You know. Yeah. It's when the airport is less busy. Little fast, too fast. Yeah, let's turn. What where you going with all that bank, man? Where you going with all that bank? We got a lot of money to put in that bank. And we're a bit high. No, that's okay. We kind of, we're further away from the airport, so, but still. See if we could get back to 2000 and get our speed down, manage the speed. Alright. Oh, there we go. Yes, we're a little further down now. There goes our speed bleeding off. I am seeing a light.
1,000 to go.
Oh boy. It's amazing. Even if I hold the throttle steady. Alright, let's try. Okay. It's a little better actually. Put the nose up. It's a pity we don't have any aircraft on final to add to the challenge. You know, I mean, that guy on the runway came out of nowhere a while ago. I guess that's why ATC is important, right? There is our highway, and we're gonna turn right on the highway. Let's do that turn. Let's go right on the highway. Nose up, nose up.
1,000 to go.
There's the highway, man. Flaps. 14 is good. 14 is good. Gear down. Right on the highway. Ew. Let's get that speed up. Right, we're gonna do a wide turn. Keep the nose up. There's our runway right there. Coming in for our 5th landing. Flaps 30. Lose the altitude. Let's go inbound.
Thousand feet, stabilize, Mr. Perch altitude set.
There we go.
Approaching 10.
Oh wow. This is smooth.
500.
Little high.
400.
Very good.
Think rate.
On the
Think rate.
puppies.
300. Think rate.
Little low now.
Light slow. Light slow.
200.
Light slow.
Oh,
Light
whoa.
slow.
Woo!
Light slow.
Mhm.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Long landing, 8,000 feet remaining.
Flaps back up. We into our 6th
5,000 remaining.
hour.
4,000 remaining.
Let's go.
3,000
Flaps
remaining.
rise, please.
Positive
Alright.
rate.
Positive rate.
Too low. Gear.
Okay, folks. So after this,
Too low. Gear. Too low.
actually we're gonna do a touch and go here again.
Gear.
And after this, we will do a full stop
400.
landing.
Gear. Too low. Gear.
And I can discuss with you guys a bit. Alright.
1,000.
Yep. We could probably look at a couple of the replays. There we go. Try and keep it there, somewhere there. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,0 everybody's still with me and wishing me well. I hope I haven't put anyone to sleep. Could imagine if you were on this aircraft. I don't think you'll be sleeping right now. I don't think anybody would be sleeping on this aircraft right now. If anybody sleeps on this aircraft right now, wow, you're a beast. Something wrong with you. You a beast, man. Alright, let's just keep it. Let's get a little trim up in there. Keep the nose. Let's try and keep it as smooth as possible. That turbulence, wow. It's a lot of turbulence. But I guess things like these make for good training, huh? Make for good training. For the real guys up there, those real pilots. Whoa, why all the dancing, man? Right, we're gonna do this one just a little outside. Let's make that inbound turn. Gear down. Flaps again. Make a little wide turn here. Smooth wide turn. Right. Head north. Right, flaps 30. Speed up just a bit. Inbound. Why are so many people on the road this hour of the night? Where you all going? Where you all coming from? Where you all going, man? Go home. It's COVID. Alright. So we straighten up.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Approach altitude south.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Puppies look okay from here.
Approaching 10.
Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow. Flight slow.
Lightning.
$300.
threshold.
100.
50.
50.
Whoa.
40. 30. 20. 10.
Boy. Little float
Long
there.
landing. Long landing. 8,000 feet
Whoa.
remaining.
Whoa. That was tough. Well, I guess they allowed one hard landing. Alright. Flaps back up.
5,000 remaining. 4,000 remaining.
Set forward.
3,000 remaining.
And up, and away, man.
2,000 remaining.
Positive rate.
Too low. Flat.
Positive rate. Gear up.
Flat. Too low. Gear. Too low. Gear. Too low. Gear.
400.
Too low.
100.
Gear.
We can turn. Let's lessen that climb rate a bit.
1,000.
Help us maintain our altitude a little better. So we won't overshoot the altitude. Wow. Guys, I just heard my door downstairs. Whoa, really overshooting there.
1,000 to go.
Whoa, too much. I actually got distracted there. I just heard my door downstairs slam. And that means that there's a lot of wind outside. So I got a little distracted there. Let's see if we can get back that altitude. I heard the door slam and just like, my mind just went downstairs. Wow. That door slammed so hard I actually felt it in the chair that I'm sitting on now. Means that there's a lot of wind. Alright, so folks, this will be our final landing. So what we're gonna arm the spoilers. Auto brake. We're gonna put at just about here. And we're gonna see if we can come in for a really nice landing, at least. Yeah. This circuit training was like some mixed drinks. We had one hard landing. Whew, a lot of wind, a lot of turbulence. Was a kind of a tussle to keep the aircraft steady. But nevertheless, I had some fun. So we're gonna check out the replays, a couple of the replays. Not gonna check all. We're gonna look at the hard landing replay, and we'll probably look at maybe another one. Wow, there is that door slamming again downstairs, and I am at 1,500 feet, and I need to maintain that somehow. Let's get those flaps down. Oh, let's get the gear down. Let's begin the turn. Alright, let's try and keep that. Flaps 30. Woo! Whoa! Yikes! Oh! Woo. Okay.
1,000.
Nose down, airspeed.
1,000 feet,
That's what we
stabilize,
do.
approach altitude.
Whoa!
Airspeed low. Flight slow.
Whoa! So you know what? We can't land like this. That's not good. That's not cool. Cannot land like this. I'm not gonna accept that. So we are going to just do a little circuit here, one final, and come back in. Let's do a little left-hand circuit. Watch the speed. Flaps up.
1,000 to go.
Just excuse me a bit, guys. Need to pause for a moment. Nice, good. We on. I'll tell you guys what's going on here, but I just got a little distracted there. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna do this one. We're gonna kind of turn over Port of Spain, maybe, or maybe just east of Port of Spain and come in. Alright. I saved some people there. You should be uploading me.
1,000 to go.
I saved some lives there, man. Yeah, I saved my own life. Alright, so where we at? There? Let's
2,500.
do a tight one and go inbound. Alright. Woo! Only darkness. Gotta watch the instruments. Thank God for San Fernando there. The Southland.
$1,000 to go.
Alright. Oh Lord have mercy. All this turbulence, boy? Jeez and ages. Wow. It's crazy. Alright. Flaps 30. This is too much. I gotta get out of the sky. There's our runway. I think I need to check my sensitivity level on this yoke, which I did some time back, so I thought that everything should be okay, but I don't know. I think that sometimes some very small inputs result in some large movements. Alright, let's try and make this good. We are lined up a little high. Slow this aircraft down and let's bring her in. Let's get down to about 139 knots. I think that should be ideal.
1,000.
Yeah. Alright. We are there.
Approaching 10.
Also reminding me.
500.
Alright.
Long landing. 8,000 feet remaining.
Here we go, reverse thrusters. Center line. Oh, come on, miss. Come on, man. Alpha 3 exit.
80 knots.
80 knots. Woo! And I am sweating.
3,000 remaining.
Are we gonna exit at Alpha 3 here, guys? Wow. Alright, flaps up. That was something, near that experience, but hey, we're still alive. Six touch and goes, one full stop landing with a near death experience. Hey, wow, now we have someone on final. Look at that. Now we have someone on final. Boring. Alright. Let me see here now. Oh boy. I can see some of your comments. Actually, let me just pause this a bit and we can check out the comments. Hey Dylan, big up. Hey. Nah, boss man, you're good. We no that tonight. Oh Lord have mercy. V1 Golden Ray Butter. Yeah, I tried. Best landing for the night. Actually, nah, that wasn't the best for the night lives. That was, I don't know if you was here. I think I did the first or the second. Or maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, because best landing does not necessarily mean the smoothest landing, but the smoothest landing I think would have been the first or the second touch and go. But yeah. Oh God, we dead. Social distancing. Oh Lord have mercy. Point blank, we deserve a greaser after that. Well, I hope we got that. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Let's check out some of them replays now, man. Oh, you want to see the near that? Or you don't want to relive that again? I wouldn't. Let's see. We can't do all the replays, so let's see what we can do. Let's just see this one here. Let's just see the last one actually. The final one. Was it? Is this the final? Yeah. Yeah, this is the final. Let me see, make sure. Alright, yeah, that's the final. Just
T500.
Alright. Let's go on the outside here a bit. Let's see what that looks like. There's an aircraft on final. There he is. Still out there. Kelly Village. Let's go back and see another one. Oh, I think that was you. Oh, okay. See that? I think this was the first one actually, where it was an actual touch. See here. Alright, oh okay. As soon as we touched, we went up. We just touched, kiss the runway. Yeah, how you call that? That's a kiss. You kiss the runway there. Alright. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna line up to see this. Alright, I'm gonna just pause this here and do this and do this. And we're gonna find a little spot on the ground. And we're gonna do a little like plane spotting and see what the landing look like there. Wow, that looks so cool there with the other aircraft coming in. That look really nice. Right, this is the spot I want. Alright. We're lucky we got the plane spot from within the airport. Wow, how lucky are we? Alright. I wonder, let me just check something here. Okay, that's good. Okay, so he's gonna probably do a go around. Wow, boy. I really had to check out this yoke to see if it's an issue, because we shouldn't be getting all our movement from smaller inputs, and the wind, while we were getting a lot of turbulence, I thought the wind wasn't that strong. There we go. And then there's the upwind. And DHL guys there in the airport, man. There we go. Let's see that from inside the aircraft. Let's see what it looks like. Range, you gonna call security for my boy? Boy, them security know my face by heart now, to be honest. They don't bother me, they don't tell me nothing. Most times, I should say. Alright, let's see what this looks like from the window. Should have the lights off. Let's see. I don't know which one of the legs this was, which one of the touch and goes was this. I'm not sure. I know there was one that did a really hard landing. Maybe it's this one, I'm not sure. Let's see. Here we go. No, it wasn't this one. This was alright. This was cool. There we go. Alright, yeah, man. Hey, guys, listen. Let me see. Let me check some of the. Hey, wow. Look, Mo Charlie, boy. Big up, big up, big up, Mo Charlie. Okay. Alright. Big up Jacob Cipriani on the inside. Big up all you guys. Queen, big up yourself again. Okay, guys, this is why I ended for the night, you know. Yeah, boy, that was I need to go and recuperate from that one, boy. Woo! Woo! I need to recuperate. Yeah, yeah. So, guys, I wanna again thank you guys for coming in on the live. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here with all your comments and all your kicks and all your jokes. It's always good. So, guys, I'm going to get the hell out of it now. I gotta go in my bed. It's my bedtime. Someone is watching me a little cut eye here, so all you know how it goes. Thanks again, guys, for your support, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I don't know when I'm gonna do another live. I've got a very hectic weekend this weekend, so hopefully early next week I'll be able to do another live, or maybe if I can squeeze in one this weekend. Actually, yeah, I should be able to squeeze in a live this weekend, and hopefully if Vaxim is up, if the what you call it, if Piaco is up on Vaxim, I might probably do a flight within Piaco and use some ATC. That would be real cool. Yeah, it'd be cool to do a group flight with some of you guys, man. Yeah, that's probably the next thing we should organize, a little group flight and do a live with it. That'll be real nice. I know some of you guys gonna like that. You'll like the group flight stuff. Yeah. Lex. Oh gosh, Queen, you see that now that you telling me something there. You the kind of woman will do that. Yeah, you. You look like you like to give licks. I ain't able. Okay, guys, that's it for me. So take it easy till the next one. Have a safe one. Protect all yourself out there with this COVID shit that's going on. This is really crazy, and it's starting to ramp up now in Trinidad. So